Life won't always be kind, but the moment you choose to rise instead of break, everything begins to change.
Once, in a quiet little village, where mornings arrived softly and evenings settled like a warm blanket, there lived an old woman whose presence alone made people feel lighter. She was not famous, rich, or powerful, yet everyone knew her. They knew her gentle smile, her calm eyes, and the way she listened as if your pain truly mattered. No matter the season, no matter the weather, she carried a peaceful glow, as if nothing in the world could disturb the stillness inside her. People often wondered how she did it. Life was not easy in that village. Crops failed, storms came without warning, and hearts were often heavy. Yet the old woman remained steady, like a small flame that refused to go out. One afternoon, when the sun hung low and tired in the sky, a young woman walked slowly toward the old woman's home. Her shoulders were slumped, her steps unsure, and her eyes carried the weight of too many sleepless nights. She had tried everything she knew to fix her life, but nothing seemed to work. Dreams had broken, trust had been shaken, and hope felt like something meant for other people. She sat beside the old woman without speaking at first, as if words themselves were too heavy to lift. After a long silence, she finally whispered, asking how it was possible to remain happy when life kept taking things away. The old woman did not rush to answer. She poured warm tea into 2 cups, the steam rising gently between them, and then she spoke in a calm, steady voice, saying that happiness is not something we wait for, it is something we choose. The young woman frowned, confused, because from where she stood, happiness felt impossible without good circumstances. The old woman listened and nodded, then slowly began to share her own story. She spoke of a time long ago when she was young, when her hands were strong and her laughter came easily. She had a husband she loved deeply, and children who filled their small home with noise and joy. They did not have much, but they had each other, and that was enough. Then life changed, as it always does. Her husband fell ill, and despite all their efforts, they could not save him. The day he passed away, it felt as if the world lost its color. The old woman remembered the pain clearly, the nights of endless tears, the mornings when getting out of bed felt impossible. She did not pretend she was strong back then. She admitted she broke, she cried, and she questioned everything. But one morning, as she sat alone in the quiet house, she realized something important. Staying broken would not bring him back, and giving up would only take more away from her. Her children still needed her. Life, even in its cruelty, was still moving forward, and she had a choice to make. She could either let the pain define her, or she could carry it and still move ahead. That was the day she lit a small oil lamp and told herself that no matter how dark the night felt, she would protect that little flame. She would wake up each day and find one reason, just one, to keep going. Some days it was her children's laughter, some days it was the warmth of the sun, and some days it was simply the fact that she was still breathing. Over time, that one small choice, repeated again and again, began to change her. The pain did not disappear, but it no longer controlled her. She learned that happiness does not mean the absence of suffering, it means refusing to let suffering steal everything. The young woman listened closely, her heart slowly opening, as she realized that happiness was not a gift given to the lucky, but a habit built by the brave. The old woman explained that life will always bring storms, failures, losses, and moments that feel unfair. But within every storm is a moment where we decide who we will be. We can sit in the darkness and curse it, or we can light something small and let it guide us. She said that most people wait for big changes, big wins, or perfect moments to feel happy, but real strength is found in choosing peace even when nothing changes on the outside. The young woman stared at the lamp,
watching the flame flicker but remain steady, and something inside her shifted. She realized that she had been waiting for life to improve before allowing herself to feel okay, but maybe she had it backward. Maybe feeling okay was the first step to improving life. When she left that evening, she carried the old woman's words with her like a quiet promise. That night, in her own small room, she lit a lamp and whispered to herself that tomorrow would be a new day and she would choose one reason to smile. The next morning, the reason was simple: a cool breeze through the window. The next day, it was the sound of birds outside. Slowly, almost without noticing, her heart grew lighter. Problems did not vanish, but her strength increased. She stopped seeing herself as powerless and began to see herself as capable. Weeks passed, then months, and people around her noticed the change. They saw calm where there was once anxiety, gratitude where there was once anger. They began asking her the same question she once asked the old woman, and she would smile softly and tell them that happiness begins with a choice, not a circumstance. One by one, others began lighting their own lamps, finding their own small reasons to smile, and the village changed, not because life became easier, but because the people became stronger. The lesson spread quietly, without force or noise, reminding everyone that even in the hardest moments, we always have one power that cannot be taken from us: the power to choose how we respond. And in that choice, no matter how small it seems, lies the beginning of peace, strength, and a happiness that no storm can ever fully extinguish.